Resistance to the dark is resistance to life force moving through you and being the cause of everything. I'm tuning into the collective now, and I'm seeing a single candle in the dark, illuminated, to remember that you are the light that moves through and from the void. You are the illumination from within the void. The void is pure creation, and you are that single light. Being resistant to the dark is analogous to being resistant to the purity of creation, which is to say, it is being resistant to moving with flow and without program. Programs, they serve us in being human and believing in this density landscape. They don't necessarily serve us in moving into our higher self. Moving into our higher self, being of our higher self, inherently means that we move with that level of freedom, that we move with that level of presence and flow. Now, when we talk about being present and moving with what is, there is a bit of confusion. How do I be present and move? This question comes from not knowing how to have this energy flow within and then emit from you. It's this part of the programming that humans experience, is that everything seems to be from outside, and then we respond to it. What we're flipping into when we're in deep presence is knowing that there is no outside. It's actually all being emitted from within into our outer reality. And when we feel that, when we really experience that, it becomes very comfortable and matter of fact to navigate our reality. When we are the river versus we're flailing in the river, it's a very different experience. We are the ones channeling all of this into our reality. We're interfacing with the conglomeration of all of our projections, because we collectively are God. So we're all projecting collectively, and we get to interface with this collective projection. But for the most part, we are only interfacing with our own projection. The reason for that is we can only see what we're attuned to. This is the beauty of being individual. We only see what we ourselves are attuned to. If we are attuned to the color pink, we will only see pink. And that's a metaphor. But of course, this is the lens that we view all of life through. When we know that it's us, that everything is moving through us and then is projected out, we are no longer disempowered by the projection or the illusion of the projection being out here. We witness that as it moves through us, we get to dance with it. We get to navigate through it with intention, with pure frequency. It becomes so fun. So resistance to the dark is resistance to life force moving through you and being the cause of everything. Yeah, that's a little bit intimidating, but when we can really grasp that, we know that we are the light within the void. We know that we're the ones beaming through from the void being all of creation that's available. Grab what we want. What color do we want? Project that through the void, from the void into this landscape, this playground of reality. I'm hearing, let's bring it into something more practical. The steps along the way, right? Because at first, going into the stillness feels massively uncomfortable. What are the steps? It's slowing down. Sometimes that happens in an instant. Everything happens in an instant, but sometimes we can go into deep stillness at an instant. And that can be very powerful. It can also be dysregulating to the system. So believe it or not, at times depression is less dysregulating to the system than pure presence. How wild is that? That's because we have so much conditioning that keeps us in the flow of our programs. We have a lot of conditioning. And so layer by layer, sometimes we need to reach depression before we reach presence. Sometimes we need to reach that threshold of depression where we actually break through into the fullness of our light. Depression is essentially being up against the wall of our programs that will not allow us to see the full illumination that is us. It's really a powerful game to play, and it's beautiful. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it because it is a part of the full expanse of expression of being a finite being, or believing ourselves to be a finite being when we're really infinite. So all of it's okay. All of it's beautiful, actually, stunningly beautiful. And we don't move through these things by resisting them. We move through these things by dropping in deeply, by witnessing the beauty. And so be in it presently.